And welcome to the super fun, awesome, happy time pedal show. My name is Gabor, and today I'm looking at some stuff with the Mod Dwarf. Now, the good folks at Mod or Mod Devices, not sure what they're called now, but let's just call them Mod. In conjunction with DoGood Audio, have just released a bunch of reverbs, convolution reverbs. Now, I just want to say right from the start, this is sponsored by these people, so this was given to me for free, the Dwarf and all the reverbs, just so you know. You can watch, if you want to find out more about the whole Mod Devices ecosystem with the Mod Dwarf, Mod Duo, I'll put a playlist of everything here and I'll link to it down in the description below as well. I'm not going to go through all this today. I'm just looking at the reverbs they released. So they released a whole bunch of really cool convolution reverbs. Now, if you don't know what convolution reverbs are, it's basically you take a snippet sample of the room that you're in, whether it's a room like I'm in, whether it's a cave, whether it's a big old cathedral, a church, or if it's a temple, or if it's a dungeon like some of these, or a grain silo like what some of these people have done as well. You basically do a really quick, sharp sound, like for example, popping a balloon, and then you record that, and then you take that file and convert it somehow through these plugins into a convolution reverb. So you get the sense of that space within your plugins or within this Mod Dwarf. Now, these are up to 15-second long files, so you can put your own files in there too. There's a convolution reverb loader you get as well, which is free. And we're going to look, to begin with anyway, at the free reverbs and then look at the ones you've got to pay for, which are absolutely awesome, actually. But yeah, so let's just get into it. So as my setup for today, I'm going to use this guitar, which is a Pure Salem Guitars Cardinal, which was sent to us by Rick, the awesome Rick at Pure Salem Guitars. And it's very, very shiny, and you can see all the reflections in it. That goes into my Peterson Strobostomp HD tuner, which is always there. And then from there, straight into the Mod Dwarf. Now within the Mod Dwarf, I'm using this Onyx amp, and you can watch a full video on that here, which is sort of an amp sim, on a relatively cleanish sound. That goes into this kind of Angle 2x12 and this Marshall-esque 4x12. I think it's called the Allison Bones. It's a Marshall Friedman style 4x12 cabinet. And then from that into this thing, which is the Mod Convolution Reverb. So this is the free one you get, right? And if you click on the little eye, you get all the information on it. So you get 18 IRs that are sort of a combination of all the ones you pay for. They give you a couple of each one of them. And they're up to 15-second long files, so they take up a lot of storage as well. If you look down here, it takes up quite a bit of CPU power. So out of that, it goes into the stereo gain thing and then out in stereo to my Audient ID44 interface and then straight into Logic. There's nothing else. I don't do any post EQing or any kind of work on the guitar sound. It's a straight guitar sound. Okay, so let's turn this off and see what the guitar sounds like just going straight in. So it's just a kind of cleanish, little bit broken up sound. Yeah. All right. Now let's check this out. So this is the free convolution reverb. So I put it down here. So these are basically all the ones. I think the Paris one is the one I don't have. So you get ones. These are different 80s sounding ones. There's all different types ones. There's a dungeon. There's a grain silo, which is awesome. We're going to look at more of that. They went to Israel and to a bunch of temples there and a bunch of churches there and did grabbed some IRs there. They went to Korea to Buddhist temples and other temples and gorges and stuff like that. There's plate reverb, there's spring reverbs. There's one in Paris. That's the only one I haven't installed on here yet. But so I just thought let's look at a few of these. So for example, I mean, I love plate reverbs. Oh, we should actually look at this as well. So basically you select here, you select whatever reverb you want. You have a filter, which is basically a low frequency shelf. So all it means is basically you set it to 80 hertz roughly. So everything below 80 hertz, it shelves off, it rolls off. Often with reverbs, you don't want a lot of that low end boom in it if you're in a mix. So it kind of cleans it up. And you've just got a dry and wet any on-off switch. So let's put the filter on off. Let's put dry and full, wet on full. And let's just check out this E140 plate reverb, which sounds like this. So you can't make it longer, can't make it shorter because it's a plate reverb. When you get when you buy the plate 140 thing, you have a whole bunch of different ones, from shorter ones to longer ones. On here, you can't change the length of it. And then you've got, for example, live rooms like. It just gives you a room sound, like a room, live room, Studio A, Pluto, whatever that means. You get a little bit more in a foundry room. Maybe not more at all. One I quite like is the wooden Buddhist temple. So with that, maybe let's roll off a little bit of bottom end. Maybe to turn the wets down just slightly, a little bit. They're lovely, lovely reverbs. The dungeon cell, that's a cool one as well. So in old castles and the dungeon cells down the bottom, they took these IRs. Church. Whatever, and then there's a garage, there's a date packing warehouse. Another massive sound. Lovely, lovely. Then one of my favorite, grain silo dome. Now that's one of the coolest reverbs. Listen to all the reflections there are. It's a very long reverb, so. So I don't know, maybe let's turn our wets down a little bit. Let's turn the filter, maybe a little less bottom endy. It's a very dumb, stretchy chord. But you know what I mean? There's tons of... There's an E3000 plate. And these lovely, lush reverbs, but they don't get in the way. I really think they're really, really well done. Now let's look at a couple of other things. So look, for example... Let's look at the grain silo. That really kind of blew me away when I went through all this. So I'm just loading up this now. This is one of the ones you got to pay for, but I think it's well worth it to get it. So if you look at the info, it's a extraordinary real space, 37 high fidelity impulse responses, a grain silo facility, placing high-end equipment in various spots. There's some really, really gorgeous reverbs on there. Again, we'll just turn the wet up, not maybe all the way up, maybe have the filter some. Oh, let's leave the filter on. Let's just go Dome 1. So this is now the wet only sound. It's this massive reverb, but it doesn't get in the way. That's just the thing. These are all absolutely amazing reverbed, and you know, you've got different domes. You've got Dome Rain. I quite like Dome Rain 3. Speaking of, it just started raining as I said that. Dome Wide 2. But then you've also got the loading dock, which is much smaller. You've got all these different reverbs that you can check, and they're all kind of a little bit longer or a little bit shorter. So you go from the loading dock to the waiting hall. And then you put the grain into the storage pipe. And then you look up at the storage pipe. And then you've got the storage pipe front. They're just these big, lovely reverbs that just don't get in the way. Let's quickly have a look at a few other ones of these same ones. So for example, let's look at a Plate 140, just for something a little bit different. So this is based on some well-known plate reverbs. Again, if you click on info, it tells you the original EMT 140, 20 high-fidelity impulse responses, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there you go. There's that. So let's just check out, I don't know, as you go up, it usually goes bigger. So Plate 01 will be shorter. And then as you go probably to Plate 10, it'll be much longer. So again, there's a lot of low frequencies there. So maybe let's just get rid of some of the low frequencies. And then you've got a bright plate. And then you've got more bright plates. I think I was overdriving the input gain. So if there was some crackling there, that's the input gain on my interface. I think I have it up a bit loud. Just very quickly, let's check out a couple of these other ones because they're really, really gorgeous. So you've got, for example, let's go, I don't know, go to Korea. And you have temples, art centers, you've got train stations. They really meticulously did all this stuff, and they're gorgeous, gorgeous sounding reverbs. Again, you just always, the wet is always sort of halfway up. Just turn the wet up a bit, turn maybe that up a little bit. This is a temple. This is the back of a temple. Then you've got a cave, the hallway of a cave. Is there a hallway in caves? Okay. Maybe I got to turn that down a little bit because it's maybe not so much. You've got a train station, I guess, or in a train. Maybe in a train. You've got a concert hall where the audience is. You've got the storage, the stage area, sorry. You've got the lobby. All these different, you know, hallway flutter. Ooh, there's a lot of bottom end there. Let's bring that back up. You've got an art structure. I mean, there's tons. It's, and this is kind of cool, layered. So this is a whole bunch of those combined. And there's these big reverbs that don't get in the way. They sound really, really, really nice. Let's do, I don't know, one more. Let's check out, which one should I check out? Let's check out 80s gear. So this is some 80s gear. KT something or other. Hang on, we'll find out what it is. Bass on a Clark Technic DN780 and Eventide H3000. Well, look at that. So, chamber reverbs. Let's go this one. Hall reverbs. An abrupt reverb. Oh, cool, it's like a gated reverb. Yeah, that sort of stuff. More plates. I love plate reverbs, so that's sort of my favorite thing. Room reverbs. You've got a gated. You've got a rate plate. Oh, that's cool. So this from the Eventide, I guess. Verb long. Oh, and a discrete one. And a discrete long one. These, and then quickly, I just show you. Hang on, I just got to get rid of this. Then you also have the your own. So these are all the different reverbs you've got on here, but you've got your own convolution reverb loader. Oh, not all. Hang on, we got to go into reverb. So here you have your convolution reverb loader. So I put a whole bunch of my own convolution reverbs on here. Not that I made, but just ones that I had. Alex gave them to me, actually. So these are just, you can load, you basically go to File Manager. You wait for File Manager to come up. And then in here you have, you connect, well, first you got to have a connected. You got to have your Mod Dwarf or Mod Dwarf connected. And then you click on Reverb IRs, and these are all the reverb, these are all the ones I had. There's like 100 and something. I put them on there. That's where you sort of put them. Same also, you put them, that's where you would put your, wrong button. That's where you would put your CapSim IRs as well. You can load them on there as well because there's a CapSim loader on here as well. But so this is exactly the same thing, but these are your own IRs you can load on here. So if you have specific, oh, this is loud. If you have specific convolution reverb IRs that you like, that you use maybe in plugins, you can stick them on here. And there's tons on here. Plates. Sun. So this is from Sun Studios. I mean, again, you can, there's tons. There's a Studio K quad. I mean, you can put whatever you want on there, your own ones. I don't know, large ambience quad. And do whatever you want with it. But I mean, just to give you an idea of what these sound like, I think they're really, really cool sounding reverbs. If you have any of these mod device things already, if you have a Dwarf or if you have a Duo, go get that, because I think just for that it's killer. Generally check it out as well, even if you don't have it yet, check it out, because there's some really, really cool stuff with it. You can pretty much do anything with this thing. So I'll try and do some more videos with it. We've been kind of neglecting it a little bit lately, but I'll try and do some more videos with it. Like I said, I'll link to the whole playlist and actually put it up at the end over here as well, the whole playlist of all the mod devices stuff we did, because we did a whole bunch of stuff with it. Yeah, so big thank you again to the awesome folks at Mod Devices, or Mod, and DoGood Audio for letting me have access to all this stuff. If there's anything in particular you want me to have a look at, or any specific reverbs or anything like that you want me to check out, let me know. I'll do another video with a bunch of other reverbs, because they also have these ones. The Dragonfly reverbs, which are really, really cool. I'll probably do another video, full video with that. And with those also, there's a whole bunch of their own, they put a whole bunch of pedal boards together that you can get download from online sort of sharing website with those Dragonfly reverbs on it, which are really, really cool as well. So yeah, make sure to check that out. Big thank you to Mod Devices, or Mod, DoGood Audio, and the awesome Rick at Pure Salem Guitars, because this thing is killer and gorgeous. And thank you all you people for watching, and if you've made it this far into the video and you're not subscribed, please make sure to hit the subscribe button as well, and a like button, and maybe share the video if you'd be so kind, because about close to 90% of all our viewers are not subscribed. So if you like what we do, please subscribe. It does help out for us to have access to more things. So on that note, big thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye. Playlist. There's a playlist now with all the Mod Devices stuff. Check it out. This playlist. And maybe this video too, but mostly the playlist. See ya. Bye.